Hi, I'm Justin Cook, voice of Yusuke Urameshi.
John Burgmeier, voice of Kurama.
It's Christopher Sabat, voice of Kuwabara.
And I'm Chuck Huber, voice of Hiei.
And this is the commentary track here for episode 112. Just gonna kind of do around the table here, and of course, aside from seeing this wonderful scene here where the girls think that Kurama's a chick, how is it playing the girl of the series? I mean, Kurama in the series, John.
Well, it was good. What do you want me to say? Kurama is obviously a lot prettier than I am, and he's a lot smarter than I am, and he's a lot better with plants than I am. But other than that, he's just like me. So it really wasn't much of a stretch.
John's pants generally aren't as tapered as
yes.
Kurama's pants generally are.
The one suspender look.
And yeah, this was a fun scene, actually. I actually remember recording this.
It wasn't too long ago.
No, it wasn't.
I see you're doing much better.
As I had said a little earlier, that Chris actually was the one who got to have the last line in Yu Yu Hakusho because of his pickup line yesterday.
Yeah.
So Chris was the last man to record on the series. Now it is finished up.
I guess.
Felt great, you know?
Right, taking
Yeah.
that.
Put it behind us. All the suffering.
It is gone now.
Since you're
We can move on to waiting tables and all that good stuff.
The other fun things we do with our life. So, yeah, so we started the show in 2001. The summer of 2001 is when we began recording it. And is there anything from the casting or the auditions that you guys can remember back that far, as far as how it was that things came in for you guys getting these roles? I don't know if you remember the auditions or anything as such.
I remember I thought I should have been Yusuke, but you cast yourself, man, and that was really... I thought...
So wrong.
Sure.
You didn't cast yourself. You submitted yourself, and the big people up
I
top
left
said you were.
when they said, you go and audition, and then they said leave.
I actually remember it very well. I remember the auditions very well because it was the Yu Yu Hakusho auditions were really the first actual auditions for a new show that we'd ever had. I mean, there were always the auditions for the DBZ characters, but Yu Yu Hakusho was the first new property for Funimation. Everyone was sort of, you know, chomping at the bit, and everyone was going around, and we'd already used up all of our hero voices. And I remember going through all the auditions, and Barry Watson, the producer, was in there at the time. He's like, Justin, have you auditioned for that? He's like, get in there and audition for this. And Justin was cast because he was just kind of a unique new voice that hadn't really been exploited 8,000 times in Dragon Ball Z. At least not yet.
Right. Because you play every character in Dragon Ball Z, don't you, Chris?
See, I cast myself.
Yeah, that's true, you did.
But I actually wanted to play Hiei, and I was really angry at Chuck for a while, and we still haven't really kind of gotten over that hump, have we?
No, not
Ow. But yeah. But
Well, I wanted to be Kurama, so, you know, because I do wear the tapered pants, and I just felt it was a better fit.
That's true.
Why don't we
You
all
have the hair.
do each other's voices right now? I'll be Yusuke, because I want to be Yusuke. You do Hiei.
All right,
You be
I'll be
Kurama,
Kurama.
and
I guess that leaves
You were gonna be
Kuwabara for me.
Spirit Gun! That's the best I could do. It's not too good.
Well, you know,
No, I don't, actually.
I don't either. See, I'm not smart enough to play Kurama.
always angry. I have a dragon on my arm. Sorry, was I doing Pilaf?
You're doing like, yes. So like,
Archie.
I only have 3 voices, though, and I mix them up to make other voices.
So what would the Hiei voice be? Or is that one of the singles?
That was one of the singular voices.
Oh, okay. Well, what was different about... What are the big differences between, like, Android 17 and Hiei?
Hiei has more rasp in his voice.
Oh.
Android 17 sounds like he's 17 years old.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, there you go.
So Hiei's also shorter and angrier and not as pretty.
Sort of honor agreement.
All right.
The rulers
So when we
of
started
Albion
off with this
has
show, I remember that I gave both of you guys that you've got some episodes that were further along in the series to check out. And I remember that you watched those episodes. And of course, right from the start of the show, which you recorded episode 8, what, 4, 5, 6 times?
6 or 7 times.
Yeah, because there was the edited version that first came out for the test. But you had watched some of those episodes, so obviously here you were continuing to re-record one of the lighter episodes, or one of the fluffier episodes, at least as we saw when the series continued. What was your, I mean, as far as looking at this as a character and as an actor, was it beneficial kind of learning his story? Did it help create a more evil character than from seeing that first episode?
Yeah, seeing his whole backstory was interesting because he was, you know, being tossed by his off the thing, and then he was, alienated
Oh, yes.
by the people.
Right.
So it sort of gave me some insight as to why he was such an angry demon.
Just when you, well, okay.
Yeah.
And there he is.
Look, I'm so cute.
Look, I did. This was actually the first time I figured out that Kobar could read.
Japanese at that.
Yeah.
And translated to English.
I want to know how Kurama gets his hair to stick up like that by his ears.
Well, John's been working on that. John, do you have any luck with that?
Blow dryer and lots of Aquanet.
Aquanet.
Aquanet. That's what does it.
What
And a
is-
plug.
What is that?
That's a nose. The
Wow.
biggest one you've ever seen. I think the character's name appeared in the script as Snout.
I think the character's name appeared in the script as offensive Japanese character 4120.
But you know what they say about the size of a man's... Never mind. Can I say that on the commentary?
Absolutely.
Can I say...
Probably not.
No, okay.
Baby Ruth.
Yes.
Why is my eye pulsing? Stop pulsing, eye.
Interesting.
You know, I think it'd be very difficult to talk to Hiei without staring at the eye all the time.
There probably should have been some more jokes about that.
Keep the nose guy around to balance him out, you know. Staring at him.
That's probably why he's on the crew.
Stare at nose guy, not my third eye.
This is the most awkward group of people traveling together anyway. And they travel around in a bug.
Duh.
Yeah, right. And who wouldn't?
Ooh,
As
that's
they-
where I left my mouth.
The Rocky Horror Hall of Fame.
3 years on patrol. It's too long.
Wow.
Yes.
You'd think this was the first time I'd ever seen this episode.
It's our fault for losing. They could have taken our lives.
This, the
Nothing about that
yes,
tournament made
one of
sense.
our
Pinky
in-house
is
gentlemen
strong,
right there,
no doubt.
Richie
But if Lord
DeMaglio.
Hero had fought with all her
That's
energy,
Richie?
That is.
she could
Oh,
have
good.
beaten him.
Good on you, Richie.
Cut him wide.
Well, the flaps were easy.
Lord
Richie's one of those guys who doesn't mind saying what's on his mind all the time, no matter who's around.
Well, that's why he's not in the commentary.
Yeah. Funimation couldn't handle the lawsuit.
When filled with hatred, her powers are unmatchable.
Jeremy Lawrence is the actor speaking here. He's an actor from Chicago that has flown in to do some things for us.
From Chicago?
Stage actor. up there.
Actually, he didn't
From
fly in from
Chicago?
Chicago.
Because I'm from Chicago. I was a stage actor in
That's
Chicago.
why he made it into your
Why not?
crew.
I've seen
So,
her.
2 stage actors from Chicago are in this crew. That's pretty cool.
Well, you know.
He didn't fly in.
Jeremy-
Actually, he
Jeremy-
can. And with a string.
So it's just
If you
a-
listen carefully. It's like,
You can hear the.
hello.
Campbell soup.
You never thought that'd work, but it did. Wendy Powell, who I believe her first role was actually in the Blue Gender. I believe,
Yes,
is when you
she
first
played
met her.
Hammock in Blue Gender. She was awesome.
I'd make certain
She's
no
actually
one
made
came looking
so
for
many
her.
improvements since she first started working for Funimation.
That's
She's
not
so.
why I stayed.
There is something to be said that when Yu Yu Hakusho began, John Burgmeier was our script supervisor for the series, and now has moved into
bad, but trust me, he's
position of
doing quite
a
well.
head writer. Has written the English dub for Fruits Basket.
So, did Genkai tell
And John,
you
you're working
the
it.
reason for
You're working it out of the house now,
She
right?
just said
Working
she
out of the
wanted all
house, so I
us
So you don't
spend
together.
8 to
I
10
have no
hours a
idea
day
what
in
it's
my
about.
underwear and bathrobe.
She wasn't sure if you were dead Jews or
So
something.
after you left Funimation, did you find that you played a lot less Minesweeper than you do at home? Or-
My Minesweeper is well, I haven't played that in years. My solitaire game isn't anywhere close to what it used to be.
Right.
I've been trying to get back on the circuit, but it's just
Mine has improved.
it's
so
just not working.
Stairway to Heaven.
The birds are so peaceful sounding.
Yes. I believe that was it for Hiei now.
I'm all gone.
He's done.
But if you'll notice, if they show that shot again, Kurama really has no butt to speak of whatsoever. It's completely assless. You probably have to cut out assless.
Just pants.
Doubt it.
No.
Doubt it, really?
No.
Not in Yu Yu Hakusho.
It's a donkey.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah.
Donkey?
Oh, donkeyless. He's
Donkeyless.
He's walking up those stairs. He has no donkey.
You know, I think that actually sounds
Not
even
a bad
worse.
place.
Why does he need a donkey?
guys.
Oh, Yukina!
I believe I was asked, like,
Hello, everyone.
that I was told at least by several fans that's their favorite Kuwabara line of the
Good.
series.
Yukina?
Yes, just
Oh.
the freaked out Yukina.
He very rarely says that too.
Right?
Yeah, no, every time he sees her, he says it. Man, Yukina was just not like scantily clad enough in this series, man. I wanted to see more Yukina skin.
To see more of Yukina, really.
Fucking
Really, all of the girls in the show are prudes, quite honestly, comparably speaking to other animes.
And the girls really don't know how to match their pinks. One's got pink and brown, one's got pink and black. It's really wrong. So you should-
And what's weird, if you've ever met Laura Bailey, you'd know that she dresses exactly like her character in
That's
this
true.
show.
Completely.
She does.
All the
She really
time.
does.
Yeah.
She's got that kind of cute.
if she dresses at all, I mean.
What the hell is he working on?
Hey, I'm getting a phone call. Do you mind if I?
No, go ahead. What do you got?
We know what he's doing.
actually
he's
me
picking
calling
fights. It's not like he cares about anything
Yeah.
else now.
Hey, I'm in a director commentary for a track here for an episode thing. Let me call you right back in just a minute.
You should put the phone up to the mic. Make him say goodbye on the phone.
All right, you call Raleigh if you have his number.
Yeah,
Okay,
me
I gotta
too.
let. I'm sorry.
It's a
I'll call you
relief
back
to
in a
see her
minute.
still well.
Sorry.
I'm happy every
See, Chris
day
has just
you're
opened
alive.
his own studio, so Chris is doing some of his own sideline work with Okuchan 5000. Video
Shameless
games.
plug, thank you.
I got it. Okuchan5000.com, I'm sure, but sorry, I just got it.
That's
Yeah, we need the internet traffic.
Me too. Surely not getting enough so far.
What do you think that Kurama carries in that half suspender
I
thing?
have no idea. He's got the little. But what is he
It's like
carrying?
a fanny
there,
pack,
buddy?
kind of.
What is it? In your character research, what did you fantasize was in the packs on
In
the shoulder?
the top pack
Yes.
is M&M's.
Right, of course.
And the bottom is, depending on what mood he's in, it's either Skittles or Sweet Tarts.
Oh, yes.
He's
Okay.
a secret sweet
He
tart.
does have the low blood sugar problem.
That's right.
That,
Yeah. So it just
I thought he'd have a different panty in each one of them.
no, that's the if he's wearing the other
You
suspender.
shouldn't talk like that.
It brings back.
Just a spare set for later.
See, she's
look
matched her
better than I
orange
do
with
on
brown, which is
Sundays.
proper, but pink and brown and blue just doesn't match.
I don't mind that.
Really?
Well, you like the loud colors thing,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
A little odd.
The colorblind female.
I've always been a little odd, Chris. I've never really liked her.
So, John, of course, you know, everybody by this time, I'm sure, knows that Genkai is your mom.
She is.
You're in yet another show with Mom.
That's right.
How is that? You've kind of got a family now connection with this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Although, I mean, we never actually saw each other once while we were recording all this stuff. So,
For 4 years, you never saw your mother?
I mean, in the process of recording, you know, I saw
send her a
her
card.
once or twice
Oh, okay.
in
Christmas?
real life.
Wow.
Birthday?
I saw John's mom.
John's mom prefers to spend more time with the son she never had.
Yeah,
like
she does actually. She likes Chris and Justin a lot more than she likes me. And I'm sure, Chuck, if she spent any time with you, I'm sure she'd.
We dated for a while, but that. It's terrible.
The sessions were always really productive with these guys. It was.
Hey.
Amazing. All of this time, flies with
Oh damn! I was talking about the squirrel.
I believe
and
those
inside
were-
joke
yes.
for something else. Has nothing to do with
Nothing with nothing with that.
There is a good reference to the Trunks saga with that and the squirrels.
Evan Jones, the mixer, who was referred to as.
Yukina, it's
Wow.
guaranteed fun.
Sure.
There's a fast forward button through this.
Yes, it's easy to find. Just, you know, click forward. You can chapter ahead, find out if later what we're talking about is better.
Look, they're all walking in sync.
And they're laughing at your jokes.
Hey,
I gotta go back up and take a leak, Joe. Jump with you guys later.
The new entertaining style of dubbing.
The first case Urameshi and I worked on together.
Hey, let's talk over this.
After that, it was
Because this is too sentimental. We don't want to hear
I'm
you
about to
talking.
cry. Come on.
Okay, right. Keep it going. Keep it going. John, make a joke. Something about putting you on the spot's been the most fun for me. I don't know.
I'm glad.
This treaty sounds great, but it means that's all over. I
The last and final episode. This is so. Is it sad to see the character in? There was a panel at this weekend with Oshikan that one of the questions that came up was the best and worst part of voice acting, and Vic gives a very sentimental answer that seeing the last episode of recording of your character, and then the show is done and it's over with. Now this has happened to you now on multiple occasions. Have you just become numb to it by this point? Ready for the next project?
I don't ever sense it like on the last, like with DBZ, it's like when you think it's over, it's like the smoke is never fully cleared from the fight on
that's
DBZ.
right.
Because every time you think it's over, they're like, oh, we're going to do movie 1 again. Oh, we're going to redub the first 65 or whatever. But you do get this weird sensation when you're not coming in all the time. Like when the end of this show happened, I found out I had my last line. It's weird. It's like I'm never going to do this again.
What? You use... It's over?
It's over.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
There's more episodes, isn't there?
No.
That's it?
That's it.
Crap! Crap! He ain't never said anything, man. My wife and I were watching, she had never seen the show. We were watching Cartoon Network, and there was an episode on, and Hiei flashed across the screen. And I'm like, oh, that's me. She's like, you're the little short guy with 3 eyes? I'm like, yeah. And so we're watching the whole episode. Hiei was in the whole thing. And finally, at the very end of the episode, we watched the whole thing. We're sitting on the couch. We're keeping the kids quiet. We watched the whole thing, and then all Hiei said was, That was it, the whole thing. My only line in the whole episode was, She's like, wow, they pay you for that? They do.
Yeah. Some people say that the best work I did was on this last, the best Kuwabara stuff I did was in this last saga here where he doesn't show up at all.
This is his only episode, right?
Well, truthfully, I think it was a wise decision. Like, it's probably one of the most realistic decisions ever made in some sort of series like this. Because Kuwabara finally just like, this is weird, I'm taking off.
It's over.
Yusuke. This is the end!
Actually, we've got like 4 minutes
Right.
to go.
It's like at least 3, yeah.
I think she meant to say, this is my end! Look at it.
Even when you were here, you weren't really.
Laura Bailey. Now, her first role with us came up in Dragon Ball Z. I believe Chris Sabat was the one who originally brought her in and cast her as Trunks.
On Kent Williams' recommendation, actually. Kent Williams,
Narrator for Yu Yu Hakusho.
he said there's these 2 girls that are awesome that he's been working with at the theater program. Of course, Laura really wasn't chosen first. We thought that Meredith's acting was superior, and we ended up going with her.
And
Very
Android
enjoyed
18. And 18.
Yeah.
That's right. She plays Zuko, my mom. But since then, Laura has quite become one of our main leading ladies. She's now the leading character in Kodacha, a new show coming up that John Burgmeier is head scriptwriter for. Also, she was the leading character in Blue Gender, which Chris was the voice director of. And yes, she was the leading character in Fura.
And is there a show that's come through Funimation that she hasn't been in?
Let's see.
Probably not.
One of us has gotten more
Wow.
athletic since I've been
She does
gone.
all of them.
Yeah,
Is there a
she
show
does.
that's come through that you haven't been in, John?
Yeah, speaking of which.
I have not been in Full Metal Alchemist, except for the video game.
Oh.
Oh.
Full Metal Alchemist 2.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo. John plays a killer character in that.
Looking
Literally.
Well, I was entertained to see. I saw my first copy of the Full Metal game actually this last weekend, and to find that I was in that game
you're gonna
as
pay
Rot.
for that
And I
one,
don't
Keiko.
know who that is to this day. Nor do I approve of the casting of his name, but
Oh, I love splashing fights with girls in it.
indeed. Well, any last words? Anything to say to the fans? As this is the last episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. This is the last scene, the ending credits of it.
I'd have to say, where's he at? I mean, quite honestly, it's what I...
Keep your eyes on the screen. He will be up soon. Better be hanging out in a tree.
Well, considering that everyone's already turned us off by this point, no
You
one's
think?
gonna hear. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for putting up with the commentary to get to this section of it.
I'd say, Yukina! Because apparently that's what anyone likes. I also say, when life gets tough, Don't be in the last saga.
Look, there I am in a tree relaxing.
You didn't even say,
I didn't
Didn't even
say
say
nothing.
anything. He's just gone.
One thing that everyone should know to hear Chris comment on, you played a couple of different characters in the show. You also played
On this last saga, I
King
played
Ryzen.
Ryzen, which was awesome. Thank you so much for letting me play that part. I played Gamma earlier on too, which was kind of crazy. Bloody,
Bloody, right?
such is life.
Yes.
Oh man, that third line there. Awesome.
Well, this will all be translated eventually, so.
So it's in English, so now
Yes,
people
it's in
think I
English.
can't read.
Or perhaps it'll be your name, you know. We can arrange for that in editing.
That's right.
I think this commentary should go like well beyond the episode.
Very well, just go into
Continue.
black.
Just to black.
Yeah.
We
Very
keep
well.
talking.
Let's just keep going.
Sing us a song, Chris.
Right. Can you sing with this?
One of my fans sent a Hiei album to me. Where Hiei
Really?
sang. Yeah. I don't know any of the words. Some of them. Bunch of Hiei songs.
Were they in English?
No.
In Japanese, right,
And people send you cool stuff. They only send me stuff they need back.
right. Give me all your toys.
Weston Biga wants your toys. Weston, if you're listening, we love you. Sorry I didn't return your toys to you. The ceramic mask was awesome, by the way. Really good.
Well, gentlemen, I'd like to thank you very much for not only the commentary today, but for putting up with 4 years of this series, my direction, and doing a hell of a job. Thank you guys very much.
I can forgive you for the commentary.
All right.
Thank you, Justin.
Very cool. Thank you very much for joining in, listening to the commentary as you have figured out your remote control now. Enjoy.
You stole that joke.
I totally did.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blue Gender Commentary.
Duh.